Rescue, revamp, create. The art of drum synthesis. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, the Larson here. So yeah, this beat. Unfortunately, the first part of the bass does not match really well with the second, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about mixing or layering. So I'm going to show you a neat little trick how you can match two sounds that not share the same energy. Like always, you can grab this project from my Patreon below and click here for my academy for awesome start to finish courses, but right now let's jump into it. Okay, so we have this first section of this beat. I think it sounds really fat, sounds cool. But after that, obviously, I had to change the instrumentals. But this section sounds a lot weaker, or at least a lot thinner than the previous one. Even though if I deactivate the EQ, they just don't match well. So from this point, you had two solutions. Change the full sound or drop a layer on it. I chose the second one. And right after that, we have this. It's a lot fatter than previously. But just saying drop a layer on it is not always obvious. Because let's be honest, not every sound goes well with every sound. But if you follow these rules, you will save tons of time. So let's drop an EQ8 on the first sounds on this one. And our job now is to find the dominating frequencies of this sound. So click on the headphone icon and choose one EQ dot. Browse through the frequency spectrum of the sound and try to find the most dominating frequencies. So in this particular sound, I think it is around 1K. So obviously, if I want to improve this sound, I don't want to put any sound that has the same dominating frequencies on 1K. This is why I chose this layer. Let's drop an EQ on it too. Click on the headphone icon and browse through the frequency spectrum. So as I can hear, the dominating frequencies in this sound is at around 500 Hz or between 500 Hz and 1K. This is where the sound is the strongest. Obviously, it has some higher overtones, but they are not dominating, they're just coloring the sound, but the fundamental is not that range. So in theory, these two sounds should match real well because the first one has a dominating frequency at around 1K and the second one is between 500 and 1K. So altogether, they complement each other. After that, if I drop the bass, that has a really strong low, and at the same time, at around 800 Hz, it has some really cool mid-range energy. This this is very cool. And in the first part, we have this synth and this offbeat stuff that is really strong at around 300 Hz, where the mid synth has some dominating frequencies too. So this is why I had to make some room, or I tried to avoid colliding these frequencies, because in the first part of the beat I let the 300, well 300-400 Hz area go out really well. But when the offbeat synth comes in, I pulled it back. So this is how I made some room for the offbeat synth, and at the same time I avoided them colliding. You can hear how they collide if I deactivate that EQ dot. If I don't do that, I make some mess in the lower part or the mid-low part of the frequency spectrum. So let me on off it for you. You may say that this is subtle, you barely hear it, but believe me, in the mix, it will create a huge difference.
Right, so I hope you learned a lot. Don't forget that you can grab this project from my Patreon. Click here for my academy for awesome stuff. See you guys next time. Peace.